led to a lot of new ideas and inspirations and new beginnings. So we are going to start the daily forecast and the walk and talk. And you don't get to see me because it's super early in the morning and I don't even have to get dressed for this. So we're going to talk about whatever is going on in the day and, well, whatever I want to add to that. So today we've got the Venus-Neptune opposition happening. And this is the answer to the conjunction between Venus and Neptune that happened April 3rd. So whatever began at that time, if you began relationships, anything having to do with love, money, what it is that we want, our desires, whatever had started or was birthed at that time, that is what we see the answer to now. So it's a very interesting time because we are very strongly looking at deception, how we've deceived ourselves, how we've deceived others, how we've seen things in a way that maybe were not accurate or completely inaccurate. So we are looking very strongly at what did we think was the case? What was the apparent truth? And now, today, and yesterday, because that was the run-up to this, yesterday and today, tomorrow, particularly today, because this is the exactitude that we see, this is when the blinders come off. And it's painful when it happens because it reveals the truth. It reveals what you didn't want to see. It can also have this effect of stimulating, this opposition between Venus and Neptune today can stimulate our compassion, our ability to see another person's point of view in terms of their needs. Empathy. Empathy is strongly, strongly emphasized with this opposition. So it makes us more sensitive. It makes us more giving. It brings us a sense of spiritual purpose. Those are the good things that can come out of this opposition. But it really is unparalleled. The opposition is unparalleled when it comes to taking off any romantic blinders that we may have had. Blinders concerning our self-worth. That's a huge thing with this opposition. We recalibrate what we really, truly think of ourselves on a spiritual level. So here's my sister's little cottage. Isn't that cute? She's working on her summer landscaping there. My mom's little guest trailer over there. And we have guests come. That's one of the places that we sit. The other thing going on today is we have Mercury stationing direct. Oh, yay! Finally, clarity is going to come. This is going to go on here until, oh God, let me think about my dates. What, the 3rd? I'll have to check. I'll write it in the comments exactly the dates. What, the 3rd or the 5th? Mercury is going to go back into Leo. And then we're going to immediately have the answer to that very, very suspicious and dark in conjunction between Mercury and Pluto that we had right before Mercury went into Leo, backed up into Leo. So thank God we are coming out of the woods when it comes to confusion. And that was a very deceptive in conjunction too. That revealed a lot of darkness in a lot of people, a lot of selfish to be direct. there was a lot of hiddenness that came out at that point. So it was a big dark jack in the box that we can expect to get an answer to, gain more information about. So things are going to be confusing here as we move forward for a couple of weeks, but we gain information, we gain clues, we gain bits and pieces that we just did not have before. So we couldn't make a complete decision, or we didn't have a complete overview of what it is that we needed to know. So this is going to be a confusing day because Mercury is very slow. He's just sitting there, sitting and spinning. Do not have finalizing conversations. Don't sign contracts. Don't put yourself out there in terms of trying to solve big problems and then announcing the answer. It's not complete. Everything is not complete yet. So there has to be this period of time of recovery. And we'll recover our minds, we recover the facts, we recover our clarity. This has been a wild retrograde cycle for a lot of us, just wild, because it has revealed bits and pieces that we just could not see, we could not understand. So that's what's going on today. Those are the major things. Take just a couple of questions here before I leave. Yes, Imogene, the opposition gives the opportunity to really see deception. It is like a mirror. Absolutely. This can be a heartbreaking day for a lot of people because they see how they've been deceived by themselves, and or we see how we've been deceived by another. And it's because we were seeing what we wanted to see. We were not seeing what was real. And so when we have these disillusioning times, these are very good. These are good for us. It seems like at the time it's the worst thing that could have happened because it's the end of a dream, but it's not. It's the end of an illusion is what it is. It's not the end of something real. It's not the end of something substantial. It's the end of an illusion. And that illusion was never good. It was never going to bring you what you wanted. It was never going to result in what was good for you. So, yeah, really interesting day today. There's divine feminines everywhere who are screaming, "What the fuck was I thinking?" And peeling off and finding something that really does work for them. Venus is our inner paradigm of love and beauty. And we come to a huge epiphany when it comes to who really deserves us, who deserves our time, who deserves our attention. And we recalibrate. And when we have oppositions like this, I mean, it is just unparalleled when it comes to the stark realizations that we come to. They come all at once. They come all at once. And it's one of those situations where we're like, oh my God, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? That's the energy of the opposition between Venus and Neptune, because we can be so deeply convinced that someone is what we thought they were, and we wanted it to be that way. We had our desires invested in it. If you have this in the natal chart, hard aspects between Venus and Neptune are always difficult, but the opposition itself is extremely difficult because we continually see what's ideal outside of ourselves, and we will just fall so in love with it. And it is an illusion. It's an illusion. So we have to make ourselves real. We have to make ourselves solid. We have to really understand who we are and what we want and what we do before we can have relationships that actually are grounded, that are real, that are true, that are not deceptive, and that are not based on just idealization. They're real. So, there's going to be a lot of broken hearts today. And that's the nature of it. It breaks the illusion so that we can have what is good for us. Not what we think we want. It's not of the head. It's of the heart. So we'll be talking a lot more about Neptune. Talking a lot. Oh, always Neptune. He's such a mind fuck. And we'll be talking about Mercury as he goes forward, finally gets out of this period of just stagnancy. There is a mass amount of clarity that is going to descend upon us. A mass amount of clarity. And it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. Because it is bringing shattering epiphanies. But that makes room for what's true. That makes room for what's grounded. That makes room for what's real. That's what we really want. We think that we want to float away into the clouds with someone, on a pink unicorn, and that's not where it's at. That's not real. That's not true. Yeah. By breaking the illusion, we give ourselves over to what is real, what's really loving, not what just pretends. So keep that in mind as you go through this process of seeing through what you thought you wanted. And this has been building since April 3rd. And when you do come to that peak and you see that it wasn't a dream, it was a nightmare, understand that that was your protection. That was your universal protection. It kept you from having something you thought you wanted, but it wasn't ultimately good for you. So I'll leave you with that, and I will catch you guys tomorrow morning.